tomatoes. Today I'm going to be doing a recipe per tomàquet. It is a simple recipe which uses dry bread. If you don't actually have that, then use a focaccia, and you cut garlic in half, and you should actually share to give your partner or whoever's there. And basically you just rub the bread and you rub in the garlic as vigorously as you can without actually breaking it. I find that actually scooping the bread basically stops it from breaking, even if it's semi dryish like this, or dry bread. Basically you just don't want to break stuff up, because the idea is obviously to serve up a whole slice of bread. So after this we can start using the tomatoes, and I use very going off or very ripe tomatoes. In Catalonia they actually have their own tomatoes which are actually used for this, which actually have fleshy skin and obviously very juicy. So I'm gonna be kind of doing the tradition of this, and actually using up the ingredients of something which is actually going off, and actually using that into the thing which I've got. So I use the crusts of the outside, and I rub around the tomato into the bread, using let's say the harder part of the outside of the bread, and then you kind of get some more flesh in. Then you basically use some great olive oil. I'm using Picual from Asda, which I know is just Spanish olive oil, and also you have to throw on the salt. I use Malden, mainly because it just looks nicer. But if you're serving it to friends, and obviously you enjoy this with a good glass of wine, and you enjoy that with your friends, you talk over simple shit, it's a great start to the evening. And this for me is a great marker of Catalan cuisine. It's not only an appetizer of excellence, it's also there's just a simplicity and reuse, hundreds of years before it was actually thought of, and it's saying, okay, yeah, this is what we got, and we're going to reuse everything which we have. We're going to make it the tastiest we got, and we're going to give it to you, and we're going to serve it as a starter for the meal. This is marking who we are. And that's the great thing about Catalan cuisine. So, anyway, serve up with more olive oil if you have it, but never leave it off the table.
Al principi ningú el volia tastar, però al camp la gana apretava i al pa sec el tomàquet s'enganxava. Pa amb tomàquet, no pa amb tomàquet, un invent pobre que mai es trenca del camp a la...
Buonissimo. Simplicity done large is larger than life. So enjoy this and enjoy life. Like and subscribe, and there'll be more where this come from. See you soon.